Right now at noon, the Joplin Humane Society is helping make fireworks season easier for pets.
And we're live at Arvest Bank, 2023 East 32nd Street for our Great American Flag Swap. We also have an alert day today for dangerous heat across the area. We're going to have a look at that forecast, maybe talk some rain chances coming up.
Plus, we'll learn tips to help make Independence Day easier for veterans with PTSD.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, it's an alert day as dangerous heat makes its way across the 4 states. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. We're going to go straight to Chris Warner, who is live in Joplin at the KOAM Flag Swap for a first look at weather.
Yeah, we're live at Arvest Bank. Again, that's 2023 East 32nd Street here in Joplin for our Great American Flag Swap. This line is already a mile long in cars and another 2 miles long in people, and we only have 100 flags, so you better get down here while we still have some. We're going to have more on the Great American Flag Swap in just a moment, but as I mentioned earlier, we have an alert day today for dangerous heat across the area. Let's start with our almanac and talk about where we were yesterday. We started at 72. Made it up to 94, so not quite record levels, but definitely above where we're supposed to be. A reminder, we have heat advisories across the area for most of us through 8 this evening, and we have excessive heat warnings for parts of northeastern Oklahoma through 9 this evening as well. Temperatures already heating up. We've got a lot of low to mid 90s across the area, and those heat index values you don't even want to know, but I have to show you because you need to know. Check out Newada, for example. 105 is what it feels like down there. Heading through the evening, it will stay hot. We'll see a few clouds here and there, and maybe some showers and storms in our northwestern counties later this evening. We do have better thunderstorm chances on the way, and that does unfortunately include a severe potential for the 4th of July. Well, the latest in that full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, try to stay cool out there, Chris. Thanks. Well, 1,000 pounds of diced potatoes cover I-49. It happened after a semi rolled over near Carthage early this morning. A vehicle traveling south left the roadway, overturning near Dry Fork Creek. It landed the top of the trailer, which burst open, and out came thousands of pounds of potatoes. The crash extended across the west outer road, blocking it completely, and the driver suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Well, before firing up the celebrations for the 4th, you might want to give a heads up to the neighborhood's veterans. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
It's ironic because we celebrate the 4th of July. It's our independence, and in part it's a celebration of our military efforts to secure that independence. And so we all know a veteran, and we think as we're celebrating the 4th of July that it's going to be this really exciting and fun event. But for some veterans, it's not that. It reminds them of when they were in combat.
The loud booms and smell of gunfire can trigger memories or even post-traumatic stress disorder. According to the Ozark Center, 7% of veterans deal with PTSD. Jacob Hefner with the center says fireworks can rekindle painful associations. If the fireworks show becomes too much, he suggests that veterans with PTSD focus on less painful memories linked to the 5 senses.
5 things that they can see, 4 things that they can touch, 3 things that they can hear, 2 things that they can smell, and 1 thing that they could taste. And just by going through that process, they can take the anxiety level that they feel going up and bring it back down.
Hefner also recommends that veterans let their neighbors know if fireworks bother them. And he hopes all of us remember to be aware of the veterans who gave so much to make our celebration of independence possible. Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
The Ozark Center has resources for veterans dealing with PTSD. Well, the loud noises that come with Independence Day celebrations may not only be stressful for those with PTSD, but also animals. The Joplin Humane Society is partnering with Pyro Pennies to host a silent fireworks stand where you can find fireworks that light up and sparkle without the boom. Because more dogs run away during the 4th of July than any other time of year, proceeds from the stand will be used to cover reclaiming fees at the shelter.
The Humane Society is already overflowing, and by the time we get this next influx because of pets running away from the fireworks, you know, it really is great to know that we can reunite them.
The Humane Society stand is in Webb City on West 4th Street, and it'll be open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. through the 4th of July. Well, ahead of the Kansas primary in just over a month, KOAM is working to make sure you're informed about candidates for one of the most contested races on the ballot. That is the Republican and Democratic primaries for the 2nd Congressional District seat of Kansas. Now, 5 Republicans and 2 Democrats hope they'll be their party's nominee for the seat. We sat down with all of them asking questions about the economy, abortion, immigration, and more. They're all competing for the seat currently held by Jake LaTurner, who announced he would not run for re-election. You can find all 7 interviews unedited on our website and the KOAM Plus app for your smart TV. Coming up, we're live in Joplin at the Great American Flag Swap, and later we're making all-American brookie bars in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. We are live at Arvest Bank in 2023 East 32nd Street for our Great American Flag Swap. I'm going to tell you right now, we are down already to the last few. We had 100. I saw we even had a little more than that. And this line filled up so fast that we are running out quickly. I'm joined now, though, by Rebecca Dunham with Arvest Bank. And so, of course, they're one of our sponsors here for the Great American Flag Swap. Tell me a little bit about this. What got Arvest involved? What made this something appealing?
Well, we know in this area of the country in particular, flying the American flag and being proud and showing your patriotism is very popular. And we thought, what better way to help out people in the community by helping them swap out, get a fresh new flag for the summer season.
And of course, just in time for the 4th of July with this flag swap. But this, of course, isn't the last one either. Still got some coming up. So if folks are still interested, what are some other dates they have, or do you have those dates?
I don't have those dates, but I'm sure they will be announced as soon as they're up and running.
And we'll have all those spots running. So in terms of the turnout, how's it been so far?
It's been significant. We started at noon today, but we had folks that were showing up around 10:15, ready and eager to swap out their flags. So a lot of enthusiasm, and I've gotten to meet so many great people today. It's just been great to be out with the people in the community.
And what's it like to see that enthusiasm for people wanting to do the right thing with their American flags?
You know, that's a great point, because disposing of the flag properly is an important part, and it's just heartwarming for me to see so much care and support again of our American flag and people that want to do this correctly. It's great to see.
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us on this extremely hot day here in the 4 states. And as mentioned, we've got that alert day for the heat. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment. But first, Mr. Food.
Is it a cookie or a brownie? Well, the verdict is still out. All I know, it's to die for.
And that alert day for dangerous heat today, and we're also tracking the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms as we head into the 4th of July holiday. Latest on that forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. Again, we're live at Arvest Bank in Joplin on East 32nd for our Great American Flag Swap. I have to tell you, though, we just ran out of flags. 125 of them gone in the first 10 minutes of this event. So we truly appreciate your support, appreciate you coming out, and we'll have another one of these coming up before Labor Day, and we'll get those specific dates to you as soon as we can. But let's talk about our alert day and about thunderstorm chances. That's what we're going to start with. In fact, just before we came on with the weather, tomorrow's outlook, as you can see, an elevated risk has been added for the southeastern portion of our area. We still have that that elevated risk across the entire area Thursday, and that low risk in our northwestern counties as we head into tonight. So let's see what that looks like on the future track. Well, the first thing it looks like is hot. That's why we have that alert day across the area. Then this evening, as you see, up around Yates Center and back to the northwest, we'll have some of those showers and thunderstorms rolling through, and some of those could be strong, low-grade, severe. And that'll continue into the very early morning hours tomorrow, with large hail and damaging wind gusts being the primary concern. Now that all pushes out, and by 5 Wednesday morning, we're just going to be stuck with some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. But as you can see, there'll be big enough breaks that some of us are going to get hot again. Most of us upper 80s, low 90s tomorrow, but those who don't see much rain or cloud cover back into the mid, maybe even upper 90s with those thunderstorm chances continuing on through. Now, this is what we want to look at. This is the first round of more organized severe weather. By midnight Thursday, you can see this line of strong, potentially severe thunderstorms rolling through very early Thursday morning. Unfortunately, that's not going to work over the atmosphere that much. As we head into Thursday, we're going back into the upper 90s for our highs. And as we head into Thursday evening, that cold front starts to arrive. That's going to trigger additional showers and thunderstorms. And this is where the greatest chance is for strong to severe thunderstorms. Take a look at this on the future track, and you can see what we're looking at here in terms of that severe threat. Now, as we advance to 9, as you can see some updates to the model data, you're going to have to manage your expectations with your 4th of July plans. Again, if that cold front slows down anymore, it could definitely put a damper on some of the festivities on the 4th of July. It's bringing us much needed rain, but unfortunately at the worst possible time. A reminder, our UV index today is at an 11. That's extreme. Burn time is less than 10 minutes for unprotected skin. We have heat advisories and excessive heat warnings through this evening across the area. For our heat index values, I have 105 to 110. Joplin right now, 93, feels like 101, and I can attest to that. South-southwest breeze at 22, gusting to 31 out there. Temperatures around the region also looking very hot. We've got a lot of low to mid 90s and some upper 80s out there. And once you factor in these dew points, which are at uncomfortable levels to say the least, our heat index values across the area already the low to mid 100s, and they're going to continue to climb. So again, our highs today, upper 90s across the area, maybe even some low 100s. We got those storms that start rolling in late tonight. Will still be warm up into the mid to upper 70s, low 90s tomorrow for most of us, with scattered storms across the area. And then we're watching that severe threat as we head into Thursday, still hot. Now, that cold front makes it a little better Thursday evening into Friday, but we heat back up with more pop-up storm chances as we head into the next work week. So a lot to keep an eye on. Dangerous heat today, and that severe potential increasing over the next couple of days. Elise?
All right, lots to look out for. Thanks, Chris. Well, Hurricane Beryl is flattening parts of the Caribbean. The powerful Category 5 storm has winds reaching 165 miles per hour. We've never had a storm this strong so early in the year. Tom Hansen is in Jamaica, Beryl's next potential target.
With its ferocious winds topping 150 miles per hour, Hurricane Beryl devastated the eastern Caribbean's windward islands of Grenada, Barbados, and St. Vincent, turning this tropical paradise to heartbreak for the many that lived there.
It has been a long morning, and perhaps an even longer morning for our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and PT Martinique who are bearing the brunt of Hurricane Beryl.
Beryl made landfall as a Category 4 on the northern islands of Grenada just after 11 a.m. yesterday. It's expected to be the strongest hurricane on record there. Beryl's strength and arrival in this region is not only unusually early for hurricane season, but it's also being fueled by abnormally warm waters that have reached the mid-80s. Barbados saw widespread coastal flooding. Storm surge that was predicted to reach 6 to 9 feet swamped the island while inundating streets with a mix of sand, mud, debris, and water.
The damage is, right now, I'm real heartbroken because this is a lot of work.
Now it's Jamaica on high alert. Hurricane force impacts are expected here Wednesday.
I have seen a lot of hurricanes, but I am not too worried about this yet. But I think when it's closer, we will have a better idea.
One tourist from Illinois said he's enjoying time on the beach, but also ready to prepare if Hurricane Beryl strikes.
We're here. There's nothing we can really do. We're just going to batten down and ride it out.
And Jamaica is currently under a hurricane warning. We're expecting to see far more preparations today as the storm closes in. That rain and those powerful winds are expected to push in early tomorrow. Tom Hansen, CBS News, Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Well, stick around. We're making all-American brookie bars in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, Howard is showing us his recipe for all-American brookie bars in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
When it comes to desserts, I have two favorites: chocolate chip cookies and decadent brownies. To me, nothing is better than either one of these when they're served right out of the oven. Well, there is one thing better, and that would be a batch of our Brookie bars, where we combine the two of them into one all-American treat. We start by preparing a box of brownie mix according to the package instructions, following the directions to make them cake-like, and we pour this into a baking dish. Now for the part that takes us over the top, we drop spoonfuls of refrigerated chocolate chip cookie dough over the brownie batter. And to make this truly all-American, sprinkle on some red, white, and blue candies before popping it in the oven. And if you're wondering why we call these Brookies, it's because they're part brownie and part cookie. When these come out of the oven, you're going to have to use all of your willpower to let them cool before digging in. So get ready for a doubly chocolate experience that is mind-blowing. To get the recipe for our all-American Brookie bars in time for the 4th, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a red, white, and blue way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And you can, of course, find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
We're live at Arvest Bank in Joplin for our Great American Flag Swap. Now, unfortunately, we ran out of flags in the first 10 minutes, but we will have another event before Labor Day, so make sure you watch for that. Otherwise, today in our forecast, another alert day out there because of the dangerous heat. Heat index values today pushing 110. And then we're keeping an eye on some strong storms possible tonight, and then some strong storms tomorrow night, and then the potential for a line of severe thunderstorms Thursday evening for the 4th of July. Mother Nature putting on our own fireworks. Just make sure you're paying attention, and we'll keep you updated on those storms. Guys, back to you.
Alrighty, and just a reminder, the next American Flag Swap is going to be a NEO show on August 28th at Wesco Home Furnishing. Thanks, Chris. And coming up tonight at 5, airlines have been making big money from so-called junk fees, charging for things like extra bags. Now the Biden administration has been cracking down, and new transparency rules could save passengers more than $500 million a year. We're going to hear from one airline about a big change they're making. Plus, Joplin Public Library and Joplin Schools Nutrition Services join forces to serve meals to kids throughout this summer. And fatal and serious traffic crashes in Kansas resulted in $13.5 billion in economic and quality of life cost in 2023. We're going to take a look at the causes and potential solutions for motorists. You can join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.